If you're constantly waiting for a sign, a tool, or someone else to tell you exactly what to do next, you're not alone. Many people rely on external sources to make decisions, thinking it will give them the clarity that they need. If you're tired of hesitating, doubting yourself, and feeling stuck, then keep watching. Today, we're diving into why trusting yourself, not an outside tool or an outside opinion, is the ultimate game changer for making faster, more confident decisions. It's time to stop second guessing everything and start trusting the one person, that one person who knows what's best for you. You. So a lot of us have relied on tools, like spiritual reading or the tarot or the I Ching, or even we just call up our friends and ask for advice when it's time to make decisions. We all want clarity, especially when we're faced with those tough choices. But, relying on these external sources too much can become a crutch. When you depend on outside tools for every decision, you really are giving away your power. It feels safe to get advice from something or someone else, but what happens when you can't make a move without consulting them? Right? You start doubting yourself, and that doubt grows into hesitation. And the thing is, you get stuck because you're always just looking to other people to make your decision. And meanwhile, life just passes you by because, you're waiting for the right answer. But here's the reality. Those tools are meant to be guides, but not control your actions. The more you lean on them, the less confidence that you're going to have in your own decisions. But what if you trusted yourself instead? By learning to trust your own instincts, you're going to move through life with confidence, speed, and clarity without needing that constant outside approval. Now, let's talk about why trusting yourself is going to be that first step that creates real flow in your life. You've likely experienced those moments where everything just clicked, where things flowed effortlessly. You were in the moment. You didn't overthink your decisions, and the things just worked out. Those moments happen when you fully trust yourself. The problem is, most of us don't trust ourselves enough to get into that state regularly. We've been conditioned to believe that more effort equals more success. But that's simply not true. When you overthink and you doubt your decisions, you create mental blocks. Look at it this way. Have you ever noticed that things seem to be easier when you're relaxed and confident? That's that flow state. But on the flip side, when you're second guessing everything, progress comes to a screeching halt. But here's the kicker. Flow is only going to happen when you let go of doubt and trust yourself to handle whatever happens next. This is where all the fun comes in, right? You go into a situation, you have no idea what's really going to happen. You may have this preconceived notion of what you want to have happen, but then something new comes into your life. You have an experience that's even better. And then that really creates this feed forward loop. One after the other, beautiful things come into your life. You feel more open because trusting yourself brings a natural state of ease into your work and into your life. And this allows you to get so much more done with less effort. And the beauty of using less effort means at the end of your day, you have more energy, or maybe even the beginning of your day, you have more energy for the things that you love to do, for your passions, for your family, or even just for relaxing. It's so amazing. I just returned back from a trip and I was exhausted because I had spent I didn't sleep as much as I usually do because I was spending time in the moment with friends that I haven't seen for a while. Then I got back and I'm like, I want to get back into my zone, right? And so I slept extra and I woke up so revitalized. But it wasn't just that I had physical energy because I had slept. In fact, I was even texting with a friend. She noticed the same thing. That night of extra sleep, because it was coming off of this flow weekend, we felt body, mind, and spirit elevated, right? Because sometimes flow means more sleep, right? We naturally feel that we want to sleep more, but other times they naturally have more and more energy, right? And this is where that less effort comes in and the trusting yourself with those decisions, because that's what's going to allow you to understand, hey, when do I need to push harder? When do I need, to rest a little bit more? When do I need to rejuvenate? One of the most important things is to create white space in your life. This literally translates to boredom. You need to create time in your life to be bored so that your system can settle down and just be open to new things coming in your life. But nowhere in that sentence did I say push harder, right? So trust that natural ease as it comes into your life and to your work more and more all the time. And now that we understand how self-trust really fuels flow, let's move on to how embracing challenges is going to create personal transformation. You know, challenges aren't fun, but they are inevitable. Everyone has them in their lives. We often might see them as a roadblock, but what if we viewed them instead as an opportunity for personal growth? When you resist challenges, you waste energy fighting something, that's already there. You're literally fighting reality. I mean, think of all the time and energy spent avoiding or complaining about the problems in your life. Now, imagine instead of fighting them, you embrace them. You'd stop spinning your wheels and you'd start finding those solutions faster, and they would be more effective. And you might be thinking, I really just can't embrace something that's causing me pain. But the reality is, it's already there. So what if by accepting and loving your challenges, you were removing their power over you? And once you do that, you can actually grow from those experiences, from those challenges, instead of feeling held back. So by embracing your challenges, you experience personal growth and find peace in situations that used to cause you stress. So with these tools, trusting yourself and embracing those challenges, you're going to be able to create lasting change in your life. And when you learn to trust yourself and truly embrace all the challenges that are in front of you, life will start to flow in a whole new way. Listen to this video, put it into action for a week, and then comment. Let me know how this has changed your life or where you might be stuck. And don't miss out. Subscribe now for more tips on living with confidence, with clarity, and getting yourself into that flow state. Because what I know from my medical practice and my personal life is that when you get into flow, everything works better. Your immune system works better. Your energy's better. Your brain works better. You have deeper connection with your family, your friends, your loved ones, and your community. And you have a deeper connection with yourself and life itself. This is where we wake up in the morning feeling fulfilled. We go through our day making true, meaningful impact. And then inside at night, we feel fulfilled and we can go into a deep, restful sleep. So bye-bye insomnia, hello energy, cognitive clarity, right? This is the way to do it. So I hope this is really helpful. Again, if you don't mind giving us a like, that would really support our channel and our mission. Share this with anybody else who you think would be inspired by it and could use it in their lives. Send them that love. Pay this forward. Let's share the word and subscribe today so I can see you in our next video.